What's up, everybody? This is SymphoniaFan64 here, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy I: Dawn of Souls. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The moment you've all been waiting for. The part of the game where I actually start playing the game. No more explaining. I've explained everything I needed to know, and if you weren't paying attention, well, you're a moron. So, as you can see, I grinded up to level 6. As I said in the last episode, I recommend that you go up to level 6. And as you can see, I went to the item shop and I bought 11 potions and 11 antidotes because there are some enemies in the Chaos Shrine that inflict poison, and I've also brought two sleeping bags, which restore a party's HP partially, but can only be used outdoors in the overworld. So with that in mind, oh, and by the way, I will be skipping during random battles unless there's an enemy you haven't seen. I'm keeping a record of what I've encountered. So, onward to the Chaos Shrine! And these are goblins, and I'm just... Okay, after battling those goblins, let me go ahead and... Oh, god damn it! Darn goblins! Okay, gotta make this place clear before we go up to the Chaos Shrine. This is actually a location of a secret dungeon. Now, this is called the Earthgift Shrine. So I'm gonna talk to this guy. This is the Earthgift Shrine. Long ago ye could enter. With the ways been shut, syne the land began to decay. Yes, and as you can see, there's a giant statue of one of the elemental fiends blocking the way. Now, once we beat that elemental fiend, we can gain access to this dungeon. I will eventually go through this area later on in this Let's Play, but for now, it's not much of a big importance. So, back to questing up to the Chaos Shrine, and more goblin. Darn goblins. Ooh, a new enemy! Okay, this is the Gigasworm. I didn't know you can encounter these enemies this early on in the game. Okay, now, the Gigasworm is pretty much a basic standard enemy, but it does have a particular weakness to fire. But it's a pretty strong enemy. I think it's a little bit stronger than even the Crazy Horse. I think this is a very super rare enemy to find. So, time to kill it! The first chance you ever get to see me actually casting a spell. So you got to see an enemy before it was actually... Okay, so now we're in the Chaos Shrine, so... Yeah, you got to see an enemy. A new enemy. Other than goblins. And you're going to see a lot of other enemies in here, too. So, let us begin by going here. We're going to investigate. And we see another Gigasworm. Sorry, it's been so long since I played this game. I don't remember what enemies you encounter where, but... I guess you do encounter Gigasworms here. And more Gigasworm! Man, is that all I'm gonna fight? Okay, and here's a treasure chest, and we find a leather cap. And I'm going to equip that to myself. Don't worry, I'll come across more armor later to give to the rest of my party. And... Ooh! Black Widows, and as you can see, there was a preemptive strike. Now, what that means is, I have the opportunity to attack first before the enemy has to. So, pretty much I just got the jump on these guys. New enemy type. Thank God. Okay, we have 2 treasure chests here. We found a potion, and a tent. Whoa, glitchy. Okay, oh, and here we have the wargwolves that I was talking about in the last part. just going to kill these guys without pausing the video, because this is also showing off the Ward Wolves. Die, you son of a bitch! Die! And it's Joel with the knockout punch for the win! And we win. Okay, going over here. Okay, now, these doors are also protected by the Mystic Key, so you can't get in this door. Same goes with the other room down here. And we found a ghoul, our first undead enemy. Now, you gotta watch out for these guys, because they have a very high chance of paralyzing you. And when you're paralyzed, you can't move. Maybe, if we're lucky, you get to see Daya in action. Oh, see? Joel just got paralyzed. And you got to see Daya. He saw the light! And then he died. Now, fortunately, paralysis wears off after the battle. And sometimes will wear off, like, later on during the battle. So, it's not like in Pokemon, where you have to use a Paralyze heal, or something like that, but in later games you can remove the paralysis status ailment. Good thing I haven't come across the poison ailment status. And we found some zombies! Oh god! This is what happens when Final Fantasy and Resident Evil collide. Oh Jesus Christ. Well, you get to see me do Daya again. I mean, aren't you all happy? Oh, and also, undead monsters are also weak to fire. They saw the light! And then they all died. Lol. So, yes. And another Giga Swarm. Gonna pause the battle. Yeah, sorry, I'm not just gonna showcase every battle I'm gonna be in, except for going up against monsters that I haven't fought against. So, yeah. Also, this room is bound by the Mystic Key, so we can't go in here until later on in the game. With that said, it's time to go up against more Black Widows. Alright, that fight leveled me up to level 7. It's pretty nifty. So let us get... Damn it! At least I'm getting preemptive strikes here. Yeah, if you also noticed, I've also gained the damage multiplier of 2. So yeah, and now you're gonna see me use the sleeping bag item. Wow. So that restored all my HP, but it did not restore my MP, but that's okay. We're possibly never gonna be needing it. Or we're still okay, we're fine. Hopefully. Yeah, we got this. We got this. So, here we go. I'm just going to save my game just in case I die. Always save your game before boss. That's my rule. Okay, so now we go through this door. And we see some bats, and we see this guy. Our first boss. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine! Who's there? The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? Yeah, some guy with really huge horns. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You're gonna be... You're going to join along with the other guys I'm going to pwn. You really think you can... You have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. Here it comes. Here it comes. I, Garland, will knock you all down! Worst villain catchphrase ever. Who wrote this shit? Honestly, you couldn't think of anything unique to say? You couldn't think of anything else but this. Wow, Squarenex. Wow. So anyway, here's our first boss battle. And we're going up against Garland. So here's what I suggest for this fight. Have your attackers, which are myself and Joel, basically pummel that fucker with submission. Have your white mage, if you have one, cast, protect, and cure when needed. And have your black mage attack with spells. Oh, and also Joel just full rose to the forward dash point. And he's dead! Just like that! Uber pwn! You just got pwned, FTW! Now you're dead 'cause we killed you, you took you by surprise. We just saw you roaming the forest and said, let's kill those guys! You're a squirrel who somehow has money and sometimes swords and shields. I don't care if you're a cute bunny, I'll kick your ass for reals. Let's all dance right next to your corpses, we're happy that you're dead. We might play chess on your dead carcass, or soccer with your head. La la la, we killed you, la la la, we killed you, la la la. No remorse, la 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 la. Yeah! Sorry, I had to go parental floss there. You knew that was gonna happen. Okay, and we... You've come to rescue me? I don't know how I can ever thank you. Oh, I can think of a few things. Things right now. Some very dirty things that will probably get me kicked off of YouTube. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. That's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please, accompany me to Castle Cornelia. Wow, if we're the first guy is who ever defeated Garland, then everybody else was a complete and total noob. It didn't take me that long. Bow our heads, and miraculously we're back in Cornelia Castle! Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the Warriors of Light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety. Oh god, here we go. Not again. Ahem. If I may. Time to listen to the prophecy. Again. When darkness veils the world, 4 Warriors of Light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of the light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now, I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restore light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt, as I promised. Yeah, that's gonna help pay the bills. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, King. Cornelia, thanks. I pray that you succeed in restoring the light to the 4 crystals, and to the world. So, something from here. Okay, he just says the same thing. And then talk to Sarah after all that done is this. This meat has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations.
When he abducted me, Garland took this loot as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you in your journey.
How? How is a fucking instrument going to help me? But, as you all may know, this is actually something that you need later on in the game, so I can't question it. And I obtained the loot. Again, another thing that's going to help me pay the bills. Oh, I gotta talk to everybody again. The Warriors of Light! I can't thank you enough for saving Lady Sarah. Then he says the same thing. Typical RPG fashion. I've been assigned the important task of defending Castle Cornelia. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. He's going to die.
Are you the Warriors of Light? The ones from Lucan's prophecy?
The beautiful loot handed down for generations to the princesses of Cornelia is said to have a unique power. It can shatter the gateway of evil. Wow, that's some fucking loot right there, and it's now in my possession. Dr. Jane.
I don't know how I could ever thank you for rescuing Sarah.
Again, I can think of many things. Things that will get me kicked off of YouTube. If I even mention them. Alright. Sister?
My sister's back! And it's all thanks to you guys, isn't it? I could just kiss you! Mwah!
Isn't that precious? And he says the same thing, and the guys up there say the same thing as well, so... Okay, it's time to leave the castle, and we are greeted with a cutscene. Over to the bridge. The Drawbridge. Orders from His Majesty. We're to do our part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy. Wow, that's some production right there. Look at him go! Look at him go! I always laughed when I saw this scene because it's just so funny to see him work so fast. And wow, they're done! Holy shit! That's some production right there! What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? The 4 Warriors of Light are here! They're here in Cornelia! How does he know that? Does he magically look beyond the castle and just see us there? I don't fucking know. And I never will. So with that said, we are going to leave the castle of Cornelia, and that will be about it for this episode. So we finally got done with our first boss fight. Technically it was a mini boss, but still, it still counts. So with that said, that's the end of this episode, and now with the bridge built, we can now cross to the other side of the border, where more quests await us in the mysterious land of Final Fantasy. So stay tuned next time for the next part, where we continue our epic quest as to restore the light of the crystals. Until next time, this is SymphonyFan64, signing off.